watching Fox 26 KNPN.
Tonight on News Press Now, local elections are less than a month away, and we have a reminder about how you can register to vote.
And we have cloud cover that has increased. Temperatures are cooling off and rain chances are ramping up. I'm breaking down the dreary forecast. Your 5:30 news on Fox 26. KNPN starts right now.
Live from downtown St. Joseph, you're watching News Press Now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight for News Press Now. I'm Charles Christian. An officer with the St. Joseph Police Department is charged with misdemeanor driving while intoxicated after a traffic stop early Sunday morning. Sergeant Matt Knibe was pulled over by Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper after his vehicle was seen straddling the center line and traveling a few miles over the speed limit on Route K in Buchanan County. The trooper observed that there were multiple open cans of beer in the vehicle, and the trooper said Knibe's speech was slow and slurred and that he was not able to perform field sobriety tests satisfactorily. Knibe identified himself as a member of the St. Joseph Police Department and was compliant with the investigation. He was arrested and taken into custody. His blood alcohol content was measured at .139. The spokesman for the St. Joseph Police Department said Knibe is serving now in an administrative role for now and that an internal investigation is ongoing. Knibe is set to appear in court at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, April 19th. Officers were at the scene of a two-vehicle accident on Tuesday afternoon that left one car flipped on its side, blocking traffic in front of City Hall. Officers with the St. Joseph Police Department say the crash happened at about 1:15 p.m. in the 1100 block of Frederick Avenue. One of the drivers was transported to Mosaic Life Care by ambulance with minor injuries. Details surrounding the crash are still under investigation. In more local news tonight, as the April 4th election draws near, the clock is ticking for those who want to register to vote. Wednesday, tomorrow, is the deadline to register for that election. The Buchanan County Clerk's office will remain open until 5 p.m. on Wednesday for anyone who wants to register in person on the first floor of the courthouse. Registration is also possible through a link on the Buchanan County Clerk's website. Those who register will need one of four types of ID: a Missouri driver's license, a Missouri non-driver's ID, a valid passport, or a military ID. Well, the St. Joseph Animal Shelter is increasing its emphasis on pet adoption. Our Bruce Hall is live right there tonight to give us more. Bruce?
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. I am down here at the animal shelter, one of my favorite places to come and hang out, and they are having free adoptions for all dogs and cats that are here. It's sponsored by Purina, and the adoption includes everything they're going to need, from spayed and neutered, vaccines, heartworm tests, fecal tests, microchips, and their city license. So they have everything that they need to be healthy and safe and ready to go. The hours here are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 1 to 5:30, 1 to 6:30 on Wednesday, and then Friday and Saturday, 1 to 4 o'clock. You can come down. They do have a website. You can actually look at some of the animals at stjomo.animalshelternet.com, and you can also apply for your adoption to adopt there, or you can just come in. Walk-ins are always welcome. Like I said, you can see there's a lot of excitement back here. I can already tell. Some of them have been looking at us going, hey, so let's go inside and meet some of these pups. Right here, this one is French Toast. And look, she's been looking at me all afternoon, just like, come play with me, come play. Now she's going to be a little bit shy, but look at those gorgeous eyes, blue eyes. So many great pups down here. This one is Nacho. She's a big girl and has been very, very good as we've been sitting here today. And then next to her is Frank. And he looks like a Frank, doesn't he? Another good boy down here ready for adoption. All that nice white fur with the nice that spot. So a bunch of beautiful dogs, bunch of cats down here. And like we said, all of the adoptions through the rest of the month, through the 31st, are free. So come on down, check out some of these wonderful animals, and talk to them, get to know them, and take one home with them. Give them that forever home that they so desperately want.
All right, Bruce. Hey, quick question. Now, even though the adoptions are free, you still have to go through that process of application, right?
Yeah, you can do that, and you can also do it on at the stjomo.animalshelternet.com, or just come on down. They take walk-ins. They love walk-ins. Meet some of these guys. They're great. I mean, of course, we all love the cats and dogs, and come on down and check them out. And it's a great thing. And thank you, Purina, for doing this, and of course, the Friends of the Animal Shelter.
All right, sounds good. And do you get a sense they're getting much response so far in this free event?
Absolutely, yeah. There were several cars in the parking lot. We watched 2 or 3 dogs go out just as we've been down here planning this out for about an hour. 2 or 3 dogs walked out the door. So it's going very well. Come on down. There's still plenty of great doggos that need homes.
All right, thanks very much. Appreciate that live report, Bruce. And the weather is changing a little bit, right? Times are changing.
Always. It's always changing.
Especially this time of year, right?
Yeah, especially this time of year, especially in this part of the country. So many things I could write about in the weekly weather column. Make sure you pick up the Weekender. I wrote about rain. What's our rainy season? That's what I wrote about last weekend. And I'll write something probably about severe weather. This is Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Missouri. All right, I don't think we'll be seeing any severe weather out of this, or really any lightning. The convection should stay south of Interstate 70 for the most part through the next couple of days. But we will have chances for rain as we take a look at Storm Tracker Pinpoint radar right now. And here it comes. Most of it has been staying off to our south and south of US 36 corridor through the afternoon, but it's starting to creep in, and I think we'll have a couple of showers possible through the evening hours and later on tonight, and not raining that whole time. Then into tomorrow morning, another round of showers possible, but through the day tomorrow we should have plenty of dry time. But the heavier rain is lining up just to our south as it pulls into the Kansas City metro area. So for us, just a couple of scattered showers here over the next couple of hours, I should say. As we head into tomorrow morning, Charles, we'll have a better sense of that rain lining up, especially into Thursday. And I'll talk about that. It's looking like a chilly rain, too, as we stay above freezing for now.
All right, we'll be ready for that. Thank you, Mark. A nearly $1 million settlement reached in the deaths of a family killed in a 2021 accident in a water-filled ditch on Pear Street in St. Joseph. The Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission agreed to pay $925,000 to survivors of the family and their attorneys. The family was killed in the April 9th, 2021 accident, and they included Cody Grace and his children Braxton and Anastasia Grace, and the children's half-sister Rosalie Morse. The kids ranged in age from 1 to 3. The children's mother, Amy Morse, was driving the car when it overturned into a ditch that was filled with water in the 2900 block of Pear Street. She also died in the accident. Families reached a $508,000 settlement in December with the other defendant in the case, Hawk Truck Leasing, which owns the property where the accident happened. Last fall, MoDOT repaired the part of the street where the accident occurred. The St. Joseph School District will offer some money to its student teachers. One of those young educators works at Benton High School. Marcus Clem tells us about how this works, and he's live in the newsroom. Marcus?
School districts have limited resources, so for many years the norm has been their apprentice educators don't get paid. In exchange for the practical knowledge they need to work full-time after college, the Board of Education has decided to put a stop to this trend. Johanna O'Callahan says this comes not a moment too soon.
I do give student teaching my all, but I think that if I had some type of reimbursement that I could give even more.
Fortunately, that reimbursement is going to be a thing. Thanks to a vote of the school board, student teachers will be offered $1,000 to agree to work in a classroom in their last semester of college. They will receive an additional $1,000 if they complete the semester, and they will get another payment, totaling $3,000 if they sign a contract with the SGSD to teach as a career, plus the normal pay and benefits.
I am so supported here. I was not expecting to have this much support, but I know it's not the same for all student teachers.
Shelby Myers works as a kindergarten teacher at Coleman Elementary, having chosen the SGSD as a natural place to do her student teaching while enrolled at Missouri Western State University. It's really not a matter of rewarding people for their work, she says. It's about enabling them to spend all the time they need on their school job and not some part-time job that has nothing to do with their career in education.
When you are student teaching, you prep for conferences, you plan outside of classroom hours, you plan during hours, you go to after school events. I mean, you are invested. We spend just as much time inside and outside of the classroom as the general education teacher.
The grant, worth up to $3,000, can be compared with the district's minimum full-time teacher salary. That's $37,500. Most teachers within the district make more than that. Reporting from the newsroom, Marcus Clem, News Press Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Marcus. A large St. Joseph delegation heads to our nation's capital tonight for a 48-hour lobbying effort. They will meet with elected representatives, government officials, and military brass to press for federal support. Critical needs for St. Joseph include infrastructure and workforce development, but one issue is expected to dominate this year's discussions. Local officials will make the case for new J-model aircraft to replace the C-130 that the airlift wing based at Rosecrans has relied on for years. One fly-in organizer says it is important to let Washington policymakers know that the Air Guard is a big part of St. Joseph's economy.
We also advocate for the 139th as it attempts to achieve J-model status, to move from the planes now to new planes. And so we're constantly talking about that and how that would be effective. And that we constantly keep those lines of communications open with their staff members, with them, to make sure that our agenda is considered and thought about when they're in the decision-making process.
A total of 41 local people will attend this fly-in, including 12 from the 139th Airlift Wing. In developing news tonight, Mexican officials say all 4 Americans abducted 5 days ago have been found, but 2 of them are dead. A top Mexican official confirmed the heartbreaking news on Tuesday morning. One of the 2 survivors was injured. Officials say the U.S. citizens were kidnapped Friday after being caught in the crossfire of rival cartel groups shortly after they entered the border town of Matamoros from Texas. Government officials say the Americans were found in a rural area east of the city, but they did not release further details. The chair of the Federal Reserve is on Capitol Hill talking inflation and how long he'll be fighting it. For their part, lawmakers want to know when there will be some relief from the highest interest rates, while President Biden is giving us a look at what he wants to put forward in the budget. Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell sat before the Senate Banking Committee. The Fed has raised interest rates at the quickest rate in years to combat inflation, but it remains stubbornly high.
The historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. We will stay the course until the job is done.
Powell says more hikes are coming and will likely stay in place longer.
Although inflation has been moderating in recent months, the process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go and is likely to be bumpy.
Meanwhile, in a New York Times op-ed, President Biden says he plans to put forward a budget this week that would make, quote, the Medicare Trust Fund solvent beyond 2050 without cutting a penny in benefits. He writes through, quote, modest increases in contributions from high-income earners, aka tax hikes, the government can better negotiate drug prices, reduce the deficit by $2 trillion over the next decade, and beef up the Medicare fund. But, quote, if the MAGA Republicans get their way, seniors will pay higher out-of-pocket costs on prescription drugs and insulin. The deficit will be bigger and Medicare will be weaker. Republicans disagree with the president. They say the reason inflation remains high is runaway government spending.
This is probably a Band-Aid approach to something that needs a more substantive fix.
President Biden is expected to release his full budget proposal on Thursday. House Republicans say they are still working out the details of their budget proposal. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Still ahead on News Press Now, a new recall of eye drops has been issued by the FDA. We have those details next in Health News.
Clouds are building into the area. We'll have some rain chances later on tonight. We got up to a near average high today. We'll be falling below average for the rest of the week. Details coming up.
Get Lean Cuisine entrees for just $1.99. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Wednesday is Lean Cuisine entrees for just $1.99. While supplies last, only at Hy-Vee.
Do you feel uneasy, irritable? Does your internet bill make you anxious? You may be suffering from UPH, unexpected price hikes. It happened to me. And then I switched to T-Mobile and got 5G home internet for just $50 a month. Now I'm sleeping better, my skin is glowing, and my hair has never been so shiny. Most importantly, T-Mobile has price lock guarantee. They will never raise your internet rate, ever. Switch to T-Mobile home internet. It worked for me. And just look at that shine. Wait, what has the internet got to do with my hair?
Get Lean Cuisine entrees for just $1.99. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee. That's right, your daily deal for Wednesday is Lean Cuisine entrees for just $1.99. While supplies last, only at Hy-Vee.
Be seen, be heard. Share with the News Press Now mobile app.
Welcome back. We are looking at almost coast-to-coast activity on Pinpoint Radar. There is energy building in out of the desert southwest that is supplying some lift and the avenue for moisture as we head over the next couple of days, and that's going to bring us chances for rain. For the most part, it's all liquid rain across our area. Just to the north, they'll be seeing chances for snow. So right now we look out toward the west. We have overcast skies, 48 degrees. Winds are out of the east. Now we're going to have the east winds. That'll funnel in that moisture as well. And we have a sunset at 6:18. Remember, we're changing clocks this weekend. It's a dreary day tomorrow, but it's not a washout. Kind of like what our skies are now. We'll have overcast skies during much of the day. Rain chances primarily limited to tomorrow morning, and then as we get into late tomorrow night and Thursday. Thursday will be our next best chance for consistent rain, and that looks to be for the first half of Thursday for sure. All right, during this stretch, we're also going to be just above freezing, and that being said, we'll still be below average with our temperatures, so we're usually averaging in the low 50s. We'll be falling out of that and hanging out in the 40s for highs across much of the area for this week. Just a bit above freezing, but that's a couple degrees all we needed for making it a liquid event. Chilly rain, but a rain nonetheless, and tomorrow's not a washout. First half of Thursday will be more of a consistent rain, especially in the morning, and then we have another shot for some wet weather Saturday into Sunday, but it's all looking like rain. There's the activity coming out of the southwest, and it's starting to interact with the Gulf of Mexico. That's where we're getting the moisture just streams up from. And as we roll through the day tomorrow, the actual day is just going to be overcast. There could be a couple sprinkles or some drizzle, but for the most part, it's an overcast day. It's not until early Thursday morning that we'll really ramp back up our rain chances. A more steadier rain looks to fall across the area, keeping the snow to our north during the whole event, and that includes north of the Missouri border, I should say. So it's looking like a chilly rain and maybe close to a half an inch. Well, that's what our in-house model is saying for it. 37 will do it for the overnight low tonight with waves of wet beginning, and then tomorrow mostly cool and damp with plenty of dry time. Just a couple of chances for some showers or drizzle, and then better chances for a more steady rain comes on Thursday morning. And then temperatures kind of level out here in the 40s, just below the average for this time of year, and also just above the freezing point, Charles, where we'd have snow, not rain.
All right, thanks very much. In health news tonight, eye drops are being recalled. The purely soothing 15% MSM drops are being recalled over non-sterility, according to the Food and Drug Administration. If used, the drops could cause blindness from a potential risk of an eye infection. This comes after other companies have recalled their own eye drops in the past few weeks. Customers are advised to immediately stop using these drops and return them. So far, no illnesses have been reported from this product. Eating disorders are a concern at any time of the year, but issues can ramp up throughout the winter. According to a 2022 study, disorders worsen from November through March for about a quarter of people struggling with them. Local therapist Ellen Beyer says eating disorders are often functioning as a crutch and can affect a person's life in a similar way to an addiction.
Any kind of addictive behavior has sort of a commonality in that it serves some purpose for people. And so I think one of the most helpful things is just to be open about understanding what function or what purpose that behavior serves.
Family therapy is one option that Bear finds helpful. According to the Mayo Clinic, family therapy focuses on improved communications within families. Seniors at a St. Joseph High School received hands-on training for a life-saving skill today. Bishop LeBlond High School welcomed the Buchanan County Sheriff's Department to teach seniors CPR. CPR techniques are adjusted every 5 years, the last change coming back in 2020. Buchanan County Deputy Sheriff Josh Rudisil believes that CPR is a skill anyone can benefit from learning, as evidenced by the life-saving effect on Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin back in January.
That's what saved, his life in the long run, is the immediate recognition of a cardiac event, immediate initiation of CPR, and the use of an AED, which is exactly what we're teaching, these students here today and the next group of students that we'll have in the next coming weeks.
Senior class will split into two groups. Other students will receive CPR training in the coming weeks. Are you tired of phone apps tracking you? Well, still ahead, we're going to have some tips to prevent this from happening. That's next in Tech News.
Go faster on Optimum Internet with 99.9% reliability. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $30 a month with no annual contract. And equipment is included for whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Plus, Optimum has faster download speeds than AT&T nationwide. Get award-winning 300 meg internet for $30 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 8669-OPTIMUM. Go to Optimum.com or visit your local store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Menards has everything to add curb appeal to your home. Ideal garage doors add a stylish look to your home's exterior. We have more than 1,000 garage door designs to choose from. Get a 9x7 insulated garage door for $549.99 after rebate. Update your garage door with a Chamberlain garage door opener. Our chain drive model comes with built-in Wi-Fi, allowing you to control your garage door from anywhere. Get it today for just $139.99 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I miss him so much.
Talk to him in here. I learned the hard way that nothing is promised.
That's why we have to live in the now.
I had a dream I was chasing. I was facing intimidation.
It's Grandpa, baby. We are building our own legacy. Our players. Our dreams. I said I'm good. You're not good. We're all grieving Coach Baker.
I was tested, invested, and blessed, and you guessed that I made it.
Don't nobody got to do it alone.
All American. New episodes this Monday at 8/7 Central. Only on the CW.
In tech news tonight, artificial intelligence scammers are on the rise. The latest use of AI includes voice scamming. Tom Vicar reports.
The latest internet monster, voice cloning, is already loose and running wild. You get a call on voicemail from a friend or relative saying they need money immediately because of an emergency that requires money. It sounds just like them, and so you send the money or your credit card number.
You get a call saying I'm in jail or I'm stuck somewhere, and it really does sound like your loved one, but it could very well be a scammer.
University of Michigan computer science engineer Professor Hafiz Malik is working on ways to hold the monster of deepfake voice cloning at bay.
Technology is moving at lightning pace, and this monster is just like getting better, and they are getting more and more realistic every passing day.
The motherlode of pre-recorded voice and videos is found on social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and many, many more. Voices are also often recorded at meetings and rallies, or simply talking to someone on the phone who's trying to sell you something, or asking survey questions is more than enough. And hacked phone voicemail is another source.
Based on my understanding, I think current state is you need just few seconds of someone's voice typing in the text, and you can put words in my mouth that I never utter, never say.
Malik and other experts are creating, as we speak, systems to divulge deep fakes. But this is a high-tech game of cat and mouse.
We are very close to the point where you could have a live telephone call with a bot and not know you're talking to a bot.
Until there's a foolproof tech remedy to automatically detect this cloning, there is the potential for even the deepest evils imaginable.
There's a lot you can do that's harmful with this kind of technology. You can get somebody very upset, an example being recording the voice of a loved one who's passed on.
And if the victims are highly susceptible to such manipulation, the victims can be ripped off to keep up these false conversations.
That was Tom Vicar reporting. Meta is reportedly planning more job cuts than previously announced. Facebook's parent company isn't commenting on the reports at the moment, but tells Barron's its CEO Mark Zuckerberg has called this year a year of efficiency. Meta intends to cut several thousand more jobs just months after letting 11,000 employees go. The parent of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp could announce the cuts as soon as later this week. Apps and people can track your every move from your phone, but there are ways to stop it. Location tracking is often used for advertising, analytics, and location-based services. Tracking can be turned off in apps using a Google account by turning off location history in the data and privacy settings. To turn off your location tracking on an iPhone, you can go to Privacy and Security in Settings and turn off location services. Turning off the Share My Location feature will prevent others from seeing where you are in some apps. Location tracking on an Android phone can also be turned off in Settings. That's all for Tech News tonight. Still ahead, our storm tracker Mark Zinn will give us one more look at the 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
Car wrecks happen just like that. Hiring Patterson Legal Group is just as fast. In a wreck, need a check? Call us today.
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 920-0000.
Hi, I'm Tyler Patterson with Patterson Legal Group.
And I'm Chris Schmitter with News Press Now.
Patterson Gives Back is looking for local nonprofits that are making a difference in the community.
Selected nonprofits will be featured the last Thursday of every month on News Press Now, and you'll receive $1,000.
If you know of a nonprofit that's making a difference, nominate them today at pattersongivesback.org.
Gothamites have a new generation of protectors.
Their new heroes are also their most wanted fugitives.
You almost revealed yourself to the entire world. I had it under control.
I might be pregnant.
How?
Clark.
We have to stick together.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Superman and Lois, Gotham Knights, premieres Tuesday, March 14th, only on the CW.
You'll never forget your first car. And you'll never forget your first car wreck. No car, medical bills, can't work? Don't deal with the insurance company yourself. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 920-0000.
Rains are coming, you say? You're tracking some rain? And
yeah. We're not going to see a whole lot over the next 24 hours, but I think a bulk of our 2-day total looks to come Thursday morning through midday. But rain chances are still on the table tonight as the system gets a little bit closer. We're already seeing rain across the Kansas City metro area. And then through the weekend, another round comes through Saturday into Sunday, so we'll have to watch that. But all things considered, all those temperatures up there, Charles, all the 40s are all below average for this time of year for highs. So it's cooler. Not extremely cool, but cooler.
Okay. All right. We'll have to get out the umbrellas a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, the extra jacket maybe.
I think it's probably a good idea.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Thank you for watching News Press Now. You can always find updates online at newspressnow.com. We hope to see you back here tonight at 9. Have a great evening.
Thank you for watching News Press Now.